This is a Best Syndication video production. On Saturday, September 29th, 2007, we traveled to the Victorville Route 66 Museum on D Street in Victorville. The museum is on the old highway which ran down D Street and then up 7th Street through the Cajon Pass and down the hill to the San Bernardino and Los Angeles basins. At the museum, I spoke to Bruce Davis about the memorabilia and a little bit about the history of Route 66 and the local significance of the old highway. This is part 2 of that interview. A trailer?
It's called a teardrop trailer.
A teardrop trailer, huh?
Well, that's a new production. We made plans from season 1. But emblematic of probably the 40s for sure, and perhaps into the late 30s.
Yeah.
Kind of reminds.
This would be something before they had a lot of motels, so.
They'd prepare some food back here, and they'd have their little stove, probably propane, maybe.
Kerosene.
Kerosene.
They had their ice chest up front of the trailer.
Well, these
What's
people
that,
did.
Daniel?
These people have one.
Huh. And this came from a diner, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, I
Well,
remember
I
the
don't know. It
jukebox
came off
and
the
diners.
internet. Whether it came out of an actual diner, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. But that's typical 50s type diner.
50s. What about these arrows up there?
It's supposed to symbolize Twin Arrows, Arizona. Take a look at that picture over in the center where it says Twin.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Last thing I knew, the arrows were cut down.
Oh, you know, I've seen these.
There's 2 of them left. There used to be 8 of them.
Oh, really?
That's in Winslow, Arizona, and then there's some down there on Foothill and San Bernardino, I guess, right at the city.
You know, did the Route 66 go by the original McDonald's in San Bernardino?
No, I don't think.
Okay.
All of the original McDonald's.
Okay.
The original McDonald's in San Bernardino wasn't even on the highway.
Okay. A little bit off the road, huh?
Yeah.
We have a museum down there now, McDonald's Museum.
Yes. Map of Route 66.
Yes, people used to have wells. And they used to pump the water out of the ground.
By hand.
Yeah, this is hard work. And of course, then you had to take it in if you wanted hot water, put it on the stove to heat it up. Come on, cold.
Now they got electric pumps, Daniel. You don't have to do that by hand. This old, look, old Western Union machine, huh?
Contact machine.
Huh. Probably about 1950s.
Probably in the 50s up to about the mid-60s.
Oh, that's the old change out sign.
Last time I used Western Union, I had the girlfriend wire me some money in Cincinnati when the truck broke down.
What year was that?
Oh, that would have been 90, 97, probably.
Do you know what this was? That's the only fairground. Right here?
Looks like a, I'm not even sure what that is. Maybe some sort of
Maybe it
Gee,
could.
your
Pry?
dad doesn't know?
some sort of prying mechanism, probably, huh?
I think it carries stuff.
Oh, that's probably a dolly.
Yeah, that's for people with their trunks on, traveling on the railroad.
But what about this here? This looks like
they
a
pry up the rails on them.
Ah.
Each week, audiences nationwide could
Get a couple, three strong men on that.
So you got an old car back here. What kind of car is this?
What kind do you think of it?
It's a Model T, you think, or?
From 1917.
They built those right up into the 20s, didn't they?
They built them all the way until 27. And old Henry didn't want to change anything because Henry had it figured out. The more cars he sold, the cheaper he could sell them. And the cheaper he could sell them, the more cars he would sell the next year. So for every $100 he reduced the price of the car. I read somewhere, I think he picked up 100,000 new customers.
But you know, finally it did.
They were outdated. Yeah, they were.
Yeah. Yep. And they finally did have to change. Would they go back to a Model A after that, or?
Yeah, it wasn't the original. They had had a Model A earlier, but they called this new one, they introduced in the latter part of 28 a Model A. They actually stopped production for about a year and a half. There were no Fords produced. And then the A was produced through 29, 30, 31, and they came out with Model D, with a flathead V8. And the famed 33 coupe, the three-window coupe that's so coveted, worth a lot of money now.
So Daniel, you were asking about this way they used to do the telephone switching. You used to phone up probably like Victorville, and the lady.
Zero, get the operator. That's what you used to do. Dial 0.
Okay.
If you were dialing outside a long distance.
Yeah, and then they would connect you through to another operator probably and take you.
They had those.
Basically a German one. I don't know why it's even in here.
And then this is the old way they used to talk. This used to speak into this and hold this up to your ear. And then you dialed like this instead of a push button.
Before cell phones.
And then you dial.
They don't realize how disconnected we were. You know, you have to go find the phone booth. You can't find one anymore.
18 cents a gallon.
18 cents a
Yeah,
jail.
those lousy gas, and if we try to put it in
18
today's cars, it
cents
wouldn't
a
work
jail.
very well. Except the low octane
I
rating.
didn't know that.
And people have actually figured it out that in the current dollars of that day versus current dollars of today, gas was more expensive.
Oh, really?
Plus, that car didn't get the mileage that you can get out of a small import now. You get 30, 35 miles a gallon. That thing at best, on a good day, might give you 20.
Have you ever seen that?
A lot of different cameras in here, huh?
Yeah, people come to sit here with Model A's, and that's about what you get. Model A's, a little bigger engine than this, but good for gear ratio. That's 20.
Old 7-Up in 1955, 57 Chevys.
Had hair like you do now.
We got telephone books here to illustrate the growth of the area. This is a telephone book from July of '37 and has the communities of Barstow, Bishop, Big Pine, Independence, Lee Vining, Lone Pine, Pine Knot, Randsburg, and Victorville.
Ha! All the way up to Bishop.
Yes, and that is Victorville right there.
Amazing.
2 pages, not even 2 pages with the Willie's ad. Very few people had something. That's Ackworth being considered for something else.
What's that?
This artwork, imagery.
Oh, she sells it or something? Or?
Yeah.
This has been a Best Syndication video production.